The most often used fitting in our lab is swage lock. Swage lock is a brand name of the tubing that you can see here, different types of fittings. Swage lock can have two types of fitting. On this side, for example, it's a double ferrule fitting. You have nut and two ferrules. On this side, it's different. It's NPT, National Pipe Thread. And the difference between them is that we fit them differently. You can have different fittings depending on what your need is, but in general there are certain rules that we have to follow. For example, if you are making the connection for high pressure or low pressure for swage lock, you need to use the Teflon tubing and two ferrules and make a connection like this. Then it will fit nicely on this side. So this is double ferrule swage lock connector. On this side, if you have NPT connector, you are connecting it in a bit different way. NPT needs Teflon. So you need a piece of Teflon tape and you need to put it in the same direction as the fitting that will go on. So if it's the right hand thread, you put the tape in the right hand direction. And then the nut goes like this. So NPT goes with Teflon. Double ferrule, no Teflon needed. Okay, you may need to use this type of ending, which is also double ferrule swage lock. How to make it? You put a nut, you put one ferrule, the other ferrule. The very important thing is how you tied those to be in one place, like here. You can see that the ferrules are stuck on the Teflon. We cannot remove it anymore. If you want to have this connector ready to use, you need to take the thread, the female part, and then you need to put it on, finger tight, push it to the end, and then take the spanner and turn 3/4. It's difficult to do it in the air without the vise, but you can help yourself with the other spanner just in this way. In this way, if you tighten it properly, you will have a ready connector with the double ferrule here. It is important to make it tight so it will stay for long. Okay, the very important thing about connectors is that apart from stainless steel double ferrule connector like this one, you can also have a Teflon. So this is double ferrule and a nut made of steel, and this is the set made of Teflon. Teflon we use for Teflon tubings where the nut of the analyzer is made of Teflon. If you use metal nut for the Teflon seat, you will destroy it. How to do it? The same way. You need to take the tubing, Teflon tubing, you put a nut on, you put first ferrule, second ferrule, and then you take the Teflon, I don't have here Teflon nut, and then you you make it finger tight. Thank you. You take it finger tight like this, you push it in, and then you can take the spanner and make it a bit tighter. So in this way you will have the Teflon connector. I didn't put it, I didn't squeeze it too tight. I didn't want it to stay on such a short tubing. The difference between milk color and transparent color is this one is Teflon, this one is nylon. So depending what you need, you connect, you use the ferrule accordingly. Another type of tubing fitting we have here. This is from the inside of analyzer, and you may need to use it sometimes. It is a Tygon tubing, double wall, normal swage lock nut, double ferrule here, but here the ending is metal. So when you need to use it, you just need to put into the nut. Again, move the Teflon nut and just attach. It doesn't work. Well, I can tell you why it doesn't work. Very important thing, and you will see it if you look closer on the tubings we have, is that the tubings come from different brands. For example, here it's written swage lock, and here it's written jaw lock. So they are bought from different companies, and sometimes they are not compatible. So before you make any tubing for your nut, take a nut like this one, and check whether it works with your fitting. If it works, continue with preparing your tubing. The last type of tubing we have is a tubing where a ferrule is inside already. So you don't need any additional ferrule, you just need a tubing put inside and tighten. And you have to tighten as much as possible that the tubing doesn't move. This type of fitting, which is very convenient because the ferrule cannot be lost, can look like this or can look like that. It's also the double ferrule system, but the double ferrule is inside the nut. Mm-hmm.